Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here, and towing the slab in this one, Matthew Liberator. What do we have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
This to third, and that's a fair ball.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 homers already in this series.
High in the air, out to right. And out number 1 on the grab. And let's take a look at the lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the managers trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
Altuve runs, and a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The 0-2. Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And now it's Christian Walker. Pitch is in there. 0-1. Walker getting to start at first. Batting in the cleanup spot. He joined the team as a free agent. The pitch. And a pop-up. Right side. Foul territory. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. So the Astros lead 1. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Busch Stadium. Starting on the mound in this one, Hayden Wesneski. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first, now the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Outside, and that's ball 1. swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next offering is down low. That one is upstairs. Next offering is fouled back. Three-two. Battling here as he fouls it away.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's one down. Now up for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. And that one upstairs, ball one. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the catch for the out. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Brendan Donovan stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
And misses inside. And now 2-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. And a rope into center field, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. So now it's Nolan Arenado. That misses off the outside edge. Donovan off of first with 2 away. Outside low, and now 2-0.
2-0.
And a base hit up the middle. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back base hits. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. Nolan Gorman The kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. First and second, 2 down. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And that'll load the bases.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So bases all loaded up. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. That one called a strike. 0-1. First inning and already up to 23 pitches. And ball one. High fly ball lifted into near right field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 2 outs. Bases are full. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back. Gone. Straight into the visitor's bullpen. He jacks that one out to left. His second of the year, and that's how they take the lead. It's 4-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. One big swing, and that turns the tables on this one. And when you come to the plate with the bases loaded and you've got some pop, you know it's hard not to think about the chance to hit a grand slam. And that can be a trap sometimes, but not right here. He seized the opportunity, put a great swing on it, and now they're working with the lead.
Jordan Walker in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Tough start for him so far. Already at 30 pitches here in the first. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. Grand slam brings home 4 for the Cards. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back here in St. Louis, second inning set to go. Vic Caratini at the plate. Liberator back to work. That one hit to right. Walker snags it. 1 away. Jeremy Pena will hit next.
Jeremy Pena.
Outside low. Ball 1. And And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
On its way to the corner, nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Jake Myers in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
High fly ball out to left field. Nootbaar moves under it, nabs it, and that is that. Back here in St. Louis, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's the catcher, Yohel Pozo. Foul ball. The next offering misses. And now it's even 1-1. The other way, makes the catch, 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. And that's outside. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. Next one is off the play, and it's 2-2. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. And first offering is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one
That's
missed.
ball 2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Smith makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith. That clips the zone. Strike 1. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. That one's in there, 0-1. Runner at first with no outs here. On the ground, and foul ball. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Donovan for 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. And first offering is fouled off. There's a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Way high.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Pitch misses. Ball 3. Two down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The kick, the 3-2. That one ripped. Walker pulls it down, and that'll do it. Astros are down quietly. They're down 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Alec Burleson. And a First offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Cardinals showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Goes down looking.
Well, he wasn't happy with that called third strike in and off the plate, and I think he's right. I mean, that miss, it's a really tough one, though, for an umpire back there, so I don't think you can be too mad at him. It looks like it's in the zone the entire way coming in until those last few feet, so I'd say pretty easy to understand why he'd say it clipped the corner. Just a nice pitch.
Donovan in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
That's ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1. On the inside corner for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And he walked him.
That pitch is in. Ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swinging a foul straight back. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Donovan at first, 1 gone. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Walked his first time. And that misses. Ball 1. And another ball.
2-0.
Contreras tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around, according to Patrick Johnson. That one close, ruled a ball. And now 3-1.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Two outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. On to inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Astros nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Isaac Paredes. And that's in for a strike. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Walker turns to the right on the move. Hauls it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
There's a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And now 2 balls and a strike.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Late with the swing there.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Just outside. Full count now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
1 down, base is empty. And he grounds one back up the middle on to first.
He's out.
And they get the out on Alvarez.
Now batting, the first baseman, Christian Walker.
And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. He's 0 for 1. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. New arm out of the bullpen, Hunter Brown.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Hunter Brown.
Here's Nolan Gorman. He hit a grand slam his first time up.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Right fielder, Jordan.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Walker measures 6 feet 6 inches,
0-1.
22 years old. A former first-round pick in 2020. On the ground to third. Paredes fires over to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Now batting, number 63.
2 down, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Yohel Pozo. Now a high fly ball out to left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And the inning is over. Back here in St. Louis, and now the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. Liberator back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
One ball, two strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That K is his third of the game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. He's 0 for 1. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close. Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That's off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike.
One ball, one strike.
And strike two.
They'll try to bunt for a hit right there, and you can tell he's trying to get something, anything going offensively.
To third, Arenado slings to first, and the first two set down in the top of the fifth.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jake Myers.
2 outs, base is empty. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Fly to left his first time.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Ball one there. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the fifth. And there's the strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Next pitch is outside. Outside with a breaking ball. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Walker makes the grab, and that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Astros nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Victor Scott. And a pitch. Ball one, no strikes.
These Cards really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
That's in for a strike at 95, and it's 1-1. And he lays down a bunt. Tries the bare hand, and it gets by him. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Lars Nootbaar now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one. Nobody out, runner at first. upstairs.
Two balls, no strikes.
And a big swing and a miss.
Two balls, one strike.
On the ground right side. And that one handled. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alec.
Now it's the DH, Alec Burleson.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down. And now the shortstop, Brendan Donovan.
Brendan Donovan.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that one sliced foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Popped up left side. Alvarez heads towards it. And that ends the inning. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they're in front 4-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sonny Gray.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
And now the right fielder, Cam Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Mauricio Dubon. He hit into a double play his first time up. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1 for 2. That one fouled off. Dubon leads off first with 1 away.
That's a ball.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Fernandez appears to be getting loose. Palante warming up as well. In the air, right side of the infield. Contreras under it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
And next to hit for Houston, Isaac Paredes.
Let's go, St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis. Woo!
And first offering is fouled off. This one in the air. Gorman. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. To the bottom of the sixth we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Astros nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, Nolan Arenado. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1's the count.
That's in there. 0-2 now. Next
One
offering
ball,
is
2
outside.
strikes.
Got him swinging. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. He is struck out and he is walked. First
That's a ball.
pitch just misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Right through there for a strike. Comes up empty.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Paredes right there to make the grab. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, right fielder, Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker getting ready to hit. That's in there. And that is strike 1. Just misses with that one.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it,
that's off
you had a
the plate.
broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 outs. That's a little bit low.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
First and second, 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Yohel Pozo. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Contreras on second. Walker on at first with 2 down.
0-2.
Hit weakly on the ground. Dubon over to first.
He's out.
And that is that. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We're through 6 full. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Astros nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7. Here's Yordan Alvarez. He swings and fouls one off. That one misses. 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nootbaar makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, first baseman.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
And a strike in there. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. And takes low for ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
That's ripped to right down the line. And foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Two down, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Victor Caratini. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering upstairs. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Walker gets under it. He makes the grab, and that is that. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Victor Scott.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Check swing, called strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Gassed it right by him. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a foul out of play. bring us downstairs. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
I would say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 down, nobody on. That's down and in.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side in the 7th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
New pitcher now, Ryan Fernandez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So digging in, Jeremy Pena.
Shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
And it's fouled away. Fouled off left side. Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, number 11.
And now here is Cam Smith. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Myers over at first with 1 away. There's a swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. John King, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Fly ball center field. Scott under it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
So if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They get the force, and that is the inning. 1 left for Houston. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ronel Blanco. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. So digging in, Brendan Donovan.
The shortstop, Brendan Donovan.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Fought off foul. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. Here's Nolan Arenado, 1 for 3. That's in there. That's strike 1. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Framber Valdez, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
This sport can be such a game of inches as we see it right there. Extended and just out of his reach. Had a bad read and a bad jump, and I think that's what cost him. It turned into extra bases.
Here's Contreras now. And ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Man at second. And another ball.
2-0.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And the slider just misses. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Smith makes the catch. That's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Nolan.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. He's already homered here in this one.
In this situation with first base open, he shouldn't give him anything to hit. There's a right-hander on deck.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Myers makes the play, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. The Cards leave 1. They lead 4-0. We go to the 9th. So now the Astros designated hitter, Jose Altuve. Fernandez back to work.
That's a ball.
And there's a ball. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Outside low. The count now 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Drilled out towards left center field. Scott sizes this one up. And there's one away. He's 2 outs away. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
1-2 is the count.
And that's downstairs. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
The count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
And the batter now, Yordan Alvarez. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Paredes leads off first with 1 away. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
1-1 now. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away. stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only one out remaining. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. And that drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The Astros down to their final strike. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. And a slider misses down and away. Two outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.